I'm here with my gorgeous producer, Mark Machado. We are taste testing mince pies. Now you're here, please subscribe. Right, we're taste testing mince pies for your benefit, beautiful viewer. We're starting with the merry mince pies from the Co-op, the ones with the star on the top. Okay, so here we go. Perfectly satisfactory.
It's fine.
It's nice. What do you think? I
think the stuffing might be slightly overspiced.
Do you think so?
Possibly, yeah.
Quite firm pastry. Quite nice sort of amount of stuffing that looks quite good. I mean, I like it. Nice. I would give this I could definitely give this a 3.5 verging on 4.
Yeah.
Which one should we have next?
Okay, the next one is one with all the crumbles on the top. No, we'll do the luxury one, the one with a snowflake on the top.
Okay, this is luxury.
From Iceland.
Okay, from Iceland, which is
Very
appropriate.
luxurious and from Iceland.
And it's luxurious.
It's got the snowflake as well. That's
It might need to be cooked, but
No, it doesn't need to be cooked. As a snowflake myself, I think it's very snowflakey and nice.
Yeah. It's just cannibalism.
Okay, so I prefer this pastry to the Co-op. Don't you? The pastry is better.
Yeah.
It's more resilient to the bite. Or resistant to the bite, I should say, I suppose. It's got more personality. I like the pastry a lot. What do you think?
I like the pastry a lot. It's not as thick. So it doesn't kind of dry your mouth out as much. And I think the spicing is more of what I was looking for, which I'm not totally sure what I'm looking for, but
I'm looking for this. Juicy, succulent, Christmassy.
Nice bit of fruit in it as well.
Goes to Christmas past, whole sultanas and raisins. Very luxurious. Okay, liking that very much indeed. Okay, so the first one, this is the Co-op, was 3.5. The luxury Iceland,
Yeah.
good 4.
I've got to give it more than what I gave the Co-op one, so 4. Maybe 4.25.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
4.25. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to go the full 4.5.
No.
So on stream with each other. You're eating That's
Exactly what I was going to say. 4.25 points out of 5. Definitely
the
good.
next one you've got is the least picturesque one, I would say. It's also from the Co-op. It's a short crust mince pie, and they look
The basic one.
They've been a bit squashed to the side, and also the packet is like a see-through.
But sometimes though, if it's a bit sort of rough and ready, it looks a bit more homemade and it feels a bit more homemade.
Yeah, and I think these ones you actually pick up from the kind of bakery section as well. So they're trying to persuade you that they're making it out back.
I'm not put off by the slightly rough and ready outside. I quite like that.
No, my mum actually makes mince pies, and this is kind of what they end up looking like.
This is totally different pastry. Because this is unsweetened pastry. So instead of the pastry being completely full of sugar and overloading you before you've even had the mincemeat, this is just plain pastry, isn't it?
I really like this.
I like this as well. This tastes much more like something real that your grandma would make.
Yeah.
And I am actually a grandma. And I would never dream of making these. But if I did, if I made them, I'm the grandma that would make them like this.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the filling?
The pastry, sorry, just back to the pastry. It's a bit shortbread-esque, isn't it? It's like a taste slightly of shortbread.
And what about the filling? Nice. To me, this is a million times more authentic as a shop-bought mince pie.
Could you
Pass these off as my own?
pass these off as your own?
You know me well. What do you think?
I think you definitely would.
I definitely could.
Yeah.
I think these are really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving these a full 4.75.
The Co-op just knocks it out again.
Co-op, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
And we've just to say there's no interest to declare here. We're not sponsored by Co-op. Not a member of the Co-op.
You say 4.75.
Yeah.
What could they do to improve to get the 5?
Have a bit more filling, I think. That's all.
I think the ratio of filling to pastry is actually kind of perfect.
Does this mean you're thinking of giving them a 5?
Well, I'm trying to figure out where they have let themselves down here. So
Well, nowhere really.
no, it's definitely my favourite one so far.
Me too.
There's one more to test, and maybe I might revise the mark off it.
Okay.
The last one you guys have is a bit of a surprise entry in some ways. It's a crumble top mince pie with cranberry and orange. It's obviously Waitrose trying to give us something a bit special, a bit different this year. And I wonder what you're going to think about them.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to say all the crumbly bits falling off. It's literally crumbling. It's like the walls of Rome or something, or Jericho just tumbling down.
I mean, this is as far away from a traditional mince pie as any of these have been.
Yes. I mean, if you look at the bite here,
Yeah.
look how small the amount of filling is. Look, it's all this crumbly stuff. And a tiny bit of filling. Have you managed to?
I've barely touched the filling.
I've barely touched the filling. I'm going to break mine in half, which I wouldn't normally do. You see, I'm not keen on that very small amount of filling. More like jam.
Yeah.
It's jam. I mean, I don't want to get sued by Waitrose or anything, but I would call this an imposter. I mean, this isn't the real McCoy at all. Is that even mincemeat?
I don't think that's mincemeat. I mean, this is perfect if you've got a family that wants to have a mince pie, but no one likes them. So, or if you've got Paddington Bear coming around, because it just tastes of marmalade as well.
I think it's jam. I mean, I think this is really an aberration and an abomination of a thing. It's terrible. I don't think it's worthy to be called a mince pie. Saskia, just read me what the name actually on the thing says.
It says 4 crumble top mince pies with cranberry and orange, and it says rich butter pastry with Valencian orange oil mincemeat, topped with cranberry curd and sweet crunchy crumble.
Nothing of the sort. It's nothing like a mince pie. It's a really weird, fanciful type cake that has got basically jam in it. And I mean, if you were thinking this was a mince pie, if this was the only mince pie you bought for Christmas, you would be really disappointed.
It could potentially ruin your family's
It could
Christmas.
ruin the whole Christmas. And you would think that you were on Santa's bad list, even if you behave really well all year. Because you would think, why is Santa punishing me?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm ever going to be allowed into a branch of Waitrose again. But I mean, Waitrose, pull your socks up or your Christmas stockings up. This is not a mint. How can that be a mince pie?
This is what, they've got that whodunit for for the advert. This is what you need an investigation about.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's just not a mince pie. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but it's not a mince pie.
Also, it tastes more like a jam tart.
Yeah, it definitely tastes more like a tart.
And it's so hard to find a good tart these days.
So hard.
As Greg Wallace, I think, once said. Now I won't be able to speak to Greg Wallace or go to Waitrose. Okay, how many points?
I'm going to give this kind of 2 points, 1 for trying and 2 for turning up.
Okay, I'm on 1.5 for this because I think it's just an imposter, and it's a mince pie in name, and it shouldn't be.
It's the co-op one that's the
and
winner,
also, when they do research and development, and product development, they're always trying to think of something new and upsell and upscale and sell the same basic ingredients for more money because they've got a star on it or a blob of jam on it or something or other. Well, this is just like so obvious. You can tell that they sat in a lab somewhere thinking, now what can we do to a mince pie? And the answer is you massacred it, mate.
Have you seen that Simpsons episode where Homer has to design a car?
No.
And it takes down the whole car company. This could be the Waitrose.
I must say I'm a bit shocked.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this.
There's always next year Waitrose.
Go.
Frankly, we're a bit battered and bruised after this mince pie tasting. There have been some huge and seismic shocks along the way, haven't they? And who knew that the resounding winner would be the rather basic, slightly bashed up looking co-op sort of budget mince pie. What's it called? Because we really recommend this one. This is the best one. Oh, we've just lost the box. Hold on a sec. Because really, this is the one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one that looks like it could be homemade.
It's the one that you could pretend
Tastes like it could be homemade as well. It's superb.
Very, very nice.
Highly recommend.
Okay. Short crust pastry with a mincemeat filling.
Yeah. This is a very basic co-op short crust mince pie.
£1.60 an absolute cracking steal.
For £1.60, an absolute steal. And hello, Mr. Co-op. I mean, who knew?